This video is brought to you by Hit Point Press and their Big Bad Booklet series, and by Steamforged Games and their Epic Encounters series. Each box features a complete adventure with minis, maps, and a module. Use our link below the video to see all the Epic Encounter adventures. Hello and welcome to the Gallant Goblin. I have been looking forward to this one for a while. Today we are taking a look at the Grung Warband from WizKids, and many thanks to WizKids for sending them to us to review. Julie from Fry Mini should especially enjoy this one with her love of froggies. This set includes 6 unique Grung minis, and just looking at them in the box here, well, they're pretty special. I'll also show you how they look with some of our previous Grung minis. Before we jump in, a DM's Guild rec for you. When it comes to 5e adventures, Grungs are tied most closely to Tomb of Annihilation. And if you're looking to expand your Tomb adventures, or really any jungle-based campaign, you should check out Jungle Treks. It features 6 adventures, including a riverboat expedition, an encounter with a merchant prince and his entourage, a catastrophic mudslide and its aftermath, and an ambush by a Grung tribe of acrobats. I know you're curious. Okay, I can't wait anymore. Let's take a closer look at these Grung. We're starting off with the creatively but appropriately named Green Grung. Grung are aggressive frog folk, most often found in forests and jungles, who are fiercely territorial and arrogant. They live in a strict caste system based on the color of their skin. Green Grung work as the tribe's warriors, hunters, and laborers. Grung typically stay in their caste for their entire lives, but some do manage to climb the ladder with extraordinary deeds. A regular Grung has a CR of 1/4 and has a stat block in Volo's Guide to Monsters. And here is the Orange Grung Elite Warrior. Orange Grungs are pretty high up in the caste system, being the elite warriors. They have authority over all the other castes, save for the gold Grungs. Elite warriors come with a CR2 stat block and a mesmerizing chur ability that can stun foes. They also know how to use a short bow so they can attack at range, while the lower caste Grungs have to run directly into the fray. The Grung Elite Warrior stat block is also in Volo's Guide. Next we have the Red Grung Wildling. The Red Grungs are generally scholars and magic users, and they have authority over the lower Grungs like the blues, the greens, and the purples. And indeed, the Grung Wildling stat block is a 9th level spellcaster with ranger spells like Plant Growth, which you can see here, Spike Growth, Bark Skin, Jump, and Cure Wounds. They also have a short bow to keep themselves out of danger. They have a CR1 stat block in Volo's Guide. And here we have a Blue Grung. Folks, we have officially run out of Grung stat blocks. Yes, there are only 3, but there is one other aspect about Grungs that I have failed to mention up until now: their poison. Each Grung's skin is coated with a poison, which they can also apply to their weapons. And the fun thing is that each color of Grung has a special aspect to their particular poison. For example, blue Grungs, who generally have domestic responsibilities, you'll note this one is weaving a basket, have a poison that makes those infected shout very loudly at the start and end of their turns. A great way to foil that stealthy approach that the PCs were planning for. Here's our Gold Grung Elite Warrior, the top of the corporate ladder as symbolized by his attire. Gold Grungs have the leadership positions within the tribe, and their poison can actually charm those infected and allow them to speak Grung. Pretty nifty. By the way, green poison makes the victim unable to move, red poison compels the victim to eat food if they have access to any, and orange poison makes the victim frightened. Our last mini is the Purple Grung. They are the administrators and supervisors, the middle management, if you will. He's dressed a little bit more nicely than some of the other minis, but not nearly as fancy as the Gold Grung. Their poison makes people feel desperate to soak their bodies in liquid or mud. Grung themselves have to immerse themselves in water for at least an hour a day, or they start to suffer from exhaustion. And here's the whole tribe together. I appreciate that we got one of each color of Grung, so it really does feel like a full set. And here you can see them alongside some of our other Grung minis. Our new ones are certainly more detailed, but they all look good together. I can see folks picking up 2 boxes of this particular set to have a big old tribe of Grung for their Tomb of Annihilation adventures. Grung were also made playable in the little 1 Grung above supplement that's available on DM's Guild and D&D Beyond, though it's only semi-official Wizards of the Coast material that hasn't been thoroughly playtested, so be warned. If you are playing in a forest or especially a jungle setting, Grung are a fun fun challenge to throw down in front of your party. Not only do they have interesting stat blocks with their unique types of poison, but their haughty, bullying attitudes makes them especially fun to roleplay and easy for your players to hate. The Grung Warband is expected to hit store shelves in March of 2022 for an MSRP of $39.99, though as always, many retailers have it for a little bit less if you shop around. Let me know what you think of this set in the comment section down below. I think this one's pretty great. And you know what we haven't talked about in a while? The Big Bad Booklet series. If you're new around here, the Big Bad Booklets are a monthly zine from our friends at Hit Point Press, giving you creative, fun, and scary new bosses to use in your 5e campaigns each month. You can get them digitally or as awesome little booklets that'll remind you of a comic book. Each one details the boss's backstory, their personality, stats, tactics, and everything else you need to set up an awesome one-shot or mini campaign with your gaming group. And they come with 10 digital reference cards featuring new stats, magic items, custom monsters, and more. And at higher tiers, you can even get virtual tabletop assets and an STL file to print out a mini of the Big Bad yourself. Yes, now they have minis. This month, come meet the twisted, tangled plant monstrosity, Emmeline Killjoy, a floral foe who was once human, but now fumes inside her greenhouse, lamenting her lost love. Will you cut her down for good, or will she consume you in her tangled tendrils? Learn more and subscribe today at bigbads.com. And if you're playing a jungle-based adventure with your Grung Warband, another great addition to your story would be the Village of the Goblin Chief, one of the Epic Encounter boxes from Steamforged Games. Hidden in their treetop village, the giggling goblins plot their raids and feast on whatever they can steal or kidnap. But far beneath the branches, the ground has begun to rot, and the goblins know why. Can you venture into the trees to defeat the goblins and their devious hetman? This box features 20 amazing unpainted minis, a map of the treetop village and the hetman's lair, plus an adventure module that you can run as a standalone mini campaign or that you can tie into your ongoing adventures like Tomb of Annihilation, Storm King's Thunder, and Wild Beyond the Witchlight with the book's included plot hooks. And you can see our full review of it in the eye in the corner of your screen right now. Check out Village of the Goblin Chief and all the Epic Encounter boxes at the link below the video. And we are overdue in announcing the winner for the DM's Guild gift certificate from December. Sorry about that, January just flew on by like nothing happened. This is the giveaway that we did for the WarLock Tiles Caverns base set video, and the winner of the DM's Guild gift certificate is Jabba! Congratulations, Java. Just reach out to us at thegallantgoblin@gmail.com to claim your prize. And yes, we did send along your thanks to Daxi. And thank you all for watching today. You can find more about our Kickstarter for our little plushies here at koboldplush.com. And you can find our Queer Finder supplement for Pathfinder at queerfinder.org. And you can always find us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. For now, please stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.